Okay, so So my dad didn't take the news of my racing very well, as you might imagine. And it's been worse than I expected. I expected him to try and keep me from racing, to try and reason me out of it, or yell or shout, or try and bargain with me. I don't know. That is not what happened. He was so hurt when he found out. He completely shut down. Just completely withdrew from everything. He didn't yell. He didn't try and talk me out of it. He stopped talking to me altogether. And that was worse than I'd imagined, I think. But that wasn't the end of it. I think even though he wasn't saying anything, he was still kind of hoping I would change my mind on my own. Just come around and change my own mind. But the parade and the blood oath, they kind of make it official, don't they? Which, by the way, standing up there, pledging myself into the races, that was one of the scariest things I have ever done. Ever. And I was not expecting to see my dad there. But there was a moment when I was standing up there, I could swear I saw him standing by the fire, and he just looked devastated. It was awful. And I looked for him afterward, but I couldn't find a trace of him. Turns out he'd found his way into the pub and remained there for the rest of the evening. And apparently he's been there every night since. And he's not normally a drinking man, my dad. Maybe one or two here and there every once in a while. But nothing like this. Oh, and that's still not the worst of it. Now that Saoirse and I have been working on the beach, the only time I see Dad anymore is when he comes to the cliff and looks down and watches the training, always with a bottle at his side. And he stays up there, far, far away from the couple. But then this morning, me and Elizabeth and Saoirse were out on the beach training with a bunch of other racers and couple. One second, Dad was up on the cliff like usual, and the next he's staggering down the sand with a bottle in one hand and a knife in the other. God, it was so unlike him. I didn't even recognize him at first until people started shouting his name out. And it got worse. He attacked the couple. Any couple he could get close to. Apparently trying to get to Saoirse and me. Mostly the damage was really, really minimal. Scared some couple enough to unseat the riders, but mostly they weren't hurt. Another couple of couple got nicked and cut as well. Luckily nothing too bad. And I'm trying to get to Dad and stop him. People are yelling and screaming. Couple are screeching and bucking and making a break for the sea, and all hell's broke loose. And Elizabeth's got Saoirse and she's getting her as far away from the madness as she can. And I'm on the ground trying not to get trampled before I can get Dad the hell out of there. And I'm almost to him. I'm that close before he takes a big swipe at Nolan Rowley's huge black Ishka stallion. Crow, I think his name is. And he cuts a good slash in his rump. Crow rears back, Nolan's thrown from the saddle, hard, and the next thing I know, Dad's on the sand, empty-handed, blood everywhere, and Crow's running full tilt toward the water. And three things occurred to me at the very same time. One, just fuck. Two, my dad is dead. There's so much blood and he's not moving, and I think, oh Lord, it's finally happened. The island's finally made an orphan out of me too. And three, if that stallion makes it to the water, I won't be an orphan for long because Nolan Rowley will kill me himself. But I didn't stick around to find out because the most important thing right then was to get Dad off the beach and up to the hospital as quickly as possible. It took a few extra hands, but we made it, and Dad's alive. Crow managed to get a pretty good chunk out of his shoulder before he bolted for the sea, and the injury is... it's really bad, and it was really scary for a while waiting for the doctors to come out with news. And it's all my fault. The pain, the drinking, now his shoulder. Any one of those couple could have killed him and it would have been all my fault. He's alright, and he'll be fine. He's got to stay in the hospital for a night or two and then at home for a week or so after that. So he'll be missing even more work, but he'll live and he'll recover, mostly. And I'm told that Nolan and his man caught Crow before he disappeared into the sea. But I can't imagine I'm one of Nolan's favourite people right now. So if anyone was going to write my name backwards today, safe to say he'd knock you down to be first in line. And I wouldn't blame him. What am I doing? This whole thing is so stupid. I can't know for sure that this is even what Mum would have wanted for me. And now I'm risking not only my life and Saoirse's life, but Dad's life too. My life and livelihood do not depend on me winning this race. I don't have anything to prove, so why can't I quit? By all rights, I should quit today. I should go into Grattan's, take my name off the board and say, I'm out, I'm finished, it's over, I'm done. But I just can't do it. I'm so sorry. sorry. I am so sorry. I don't know why I'm doing this anymore. I've come this far, but all I can do is keep going, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I swear this will be the last time I ever do this.